Hey,
Welcome back. Thanks for coming in. How you doing today?
pretty good. A little
Yeah.
tired, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Just haven't been getting amount of proper sleep lately. Made me a little dreary throughout the day, but other than that, pretty good.
Okay. So it sounds like you're just not getting as much sleep as you'd like, and you're feeling a little tired because of that.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit lazier and just not 100% in everything I've been doing lately. So,
Okay. Well, we can definitely come back to that later. But why don't you tell me about something positive from this week? What's one of the best things that's happened to you this week?
one of the best things is I've been trying to get in touch with some coaches, and
Hmm.
I've gotten in touch with a few of them, and they've reciprocated back. So, kind of planning for my future a little bit, they've got in contact with me.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're really feeling positive about how things are moving forward with this, and you're feeling better about your relationship with them.
Yeah, communication is going well right now, so that's a positive of the week.
Great. Glad to hear it. Okay, well, if it's okay with you, do you want to talk about how your goals went from last week?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that.
Okay, well, which one would you like to talk about first?
I think the first one that I kind of touched on a little bit was I made a list of all the teams that I'm hopefully potentially wanting to play for.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I would do that on Monday, and I got it done on Monday. So that was one of the positives that I took away from this week.
Okay.
And another goal from last week was I've been trying to drink a lot more water recently. I've been very bad at that. Before last week I usually drink about a glass of water a day, which hasn't been cutting it. And so my last week goal was to drink 5 8-ounce cups of water each day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, before we skip ahead to the second goal, why don't we talk about the first goal a little bit more? So tell me more about that. Tell me about your experience with contacting those coaches and what went well for you and how you were able to get that done so efficiently.
I contacted a few people, and they kind of directed me to some teams overseas and a little bit of language barriers, but I got to contact through other people and we worked it out, and I was able to email and Skype a few of them. So I got in contact and hopefully they'll talk back.
So it sounds like you were really able to just kind of take that initiative, and though there were those language barriers, you were kind of able to work through those.
Yeah. The websites I went on and the coaches were all very accommodating. So I think just getting down to it on that Monday that I set for and really just trying to get it all done and getting all the contacts down worked out well.
Great. And it sounds like them kind of reciprocating that contact was pretty encouraging for you as well.
Yeah, they were all very friendly and like I said, a little bit of language barrier, but other than that, I feel pretty confident with that goal and moving forward in that step of my life.
That's great. Tell me a little bit about what you learned from this experience or from the school this week.
I learned a lot about communication barriers. I think this week I found it was a lot more difficult than I had first imagined when planning the goal to get it all done. But I think that the biggest part of that was just kind of to be a little bit relentless with trying to contact these coaches, and many times you have to keep asking over and over again, and many times you need more than two people that you're asking. I had to contact more teams than what I originally had thought of.
So it sounds like you learn how resilient you can be in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And almost, kind of overshooting what you might think is necessary.
Yeah, I definitely had to. I thought at first maybe just a couple teams would do, and it turns out I need to at least triple what I expected.
Well, it sounds like you're really taking initiative and really moving this process along. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's going well so far.
So, from 0 to 100, 100 obviously being, I completed this goal completely or entirely, and I was really satisfied with my, how I did it. Would you say, well, give me a percent of
With that goal
success?
specifically,
Yeah.
I would say probably 85% because I did make the goal of
Hmm.
making a list of all the teams I wanted to play with, but the follow up on all that has not come about yet. So I guess I would be, yeah, I would say 85%.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to tell me about your second goal from last week?
Yes, so my second goal from last week was to drink at least 5 8-ounce cups of water each day. And I've actually felt a lot better with that, but there's still some days where I can't drink that much water. I don't know if I'm not used to drinking that much water a day. Like I said, I usually drink about a cup of water each day, and I feel like with the workouts I'm doing, that's just not adequate enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I've even checked the urine charts, and my urine is very dark. So I think that's proving that this should keep continuing to be one of my goals.
You said that you felt better on some of the days. Tell me more about that, or what that felt like for you.
I mean, I've been noticing with my workouts recently that I'll get a little bit dizzy or fatigued, and I don't know if it's directly correlated to the water, but I assume part of it would have to be. So I think that this should definitely be one of my top goals because I know through these type of nutrition things that water is a very important part of anyone's daily lifestyle, whether you're working out or not.
Sure. So it sounds like you've kind of been more aware almost of your body and how it's responded to hydration or lack thereof.
Yeah, I've been a little bit more aware, and it's hard to drink this much even at work though too, because I don't have too many breaks to go to the bathroom per day. So what might seem reasonable, it's kind of hard to when you have to go a lot of the time to.
Sure, just so kind of balancing on one hand, it's not realistic to be able to leave the classroom that many times.
Yeah, exactly.
On the other hand, I need to be hydrated to exercise.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me a little bit about your best experience with this goal.
I think there's just been some great days where some mornings I have 2 days where I work out in the morning and then at the evening, and some days I come away with it and it's just really, it's hard to get moving, hard to get going. I feel a little faint, and I think the days where I've been drinking more water, I can feel somewhat of a difference and just a little bit more energy, I think, while doing it.
So kind of not just energy throughout your workouts, but kind of throughout your whole day then as
Yeah,
well?
I just feel better. I feel like the water does have some type of correlation. I mean, I'm not sure. It probably has something to do with what I'm eating and doing that day as well. But I'm seeing a lot of positives with the water, but definitely need to keep continuing on that because I'm not consistent at all.
Sure. And I mean, you've touched on this a little bit, but like, what do you think you've learned from this goal?
I think I've learned that water is not only important for the workouts, but for just daily, everyday activities. Because even the days where I don't have a workout, if I'm not drinking the proper amount of water, then I'm still feeling that fatigue and kind of tiredness throughout the day. And I've even heard that in the morning you should drink a cup of water in the morning just to get you going and such, or for hunger. So I've been trying to do that as well at breakfast.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that you've gained kind of an awareness of just how your body's feeling, or even your mental focus.
Yeah, I mean, it's been easier now that I've been trying to like eat healthier and such too, that it's easier to take away what is working and isn't, because the variables, I've gotten it down to if water's affecting it, if sleep and such.
I mean, that's great. That's incredible that you've really taken that time to make sure, all these different variables that are weighing into your performance, into your work life.
Yeah, it just makes me more like think about it a little bit more, maybe reflect on it, and yeah, like you said, more awareness on the topic.
Okay. And again, I'm just gonna have to ask for your percent of success for that goal.
I would say even though I'm aware, I would have to put myself at about a 50%. I don't think I drink enough water daily. I would say about half, more or less half the days in the week I do, and half I don't, and I know I should be, and sometimes I just don't do it. So,
I still think that you're doing great. You've obviously made a lot of strides, and you're more aware of how much you're consuming.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's great. Okay, well, as you know, we like to check up in on the 3-month goals every now and then, just to make sure that they still reflect what you look forward to and what you value. So tell me a little bit about those and how they connect to that wellness vision.
One of the ones is I only want to be going out one night per week. I mean, it's a little bit difficult with all my roommates and friends coming into town these next few weeks
Mhm.
before graduation to not go out every night, and just with work and such,
Mhm.
it's hard to only go out one night per week, and so I think that that needs to be my 3 month goal is only go out one per week, and also with me trying to train to play, I think that's also a reasonable goal for me.
Sure. So just kind of trying to balance that, social life with your professional
Yeah,
and
because
other.
I would love to go
Mhm.
out with my friends all the time and a lot of peer pressure in that there, but I think I just need to be more strict on when I'm going out because it's affecting my daily routines for about 2 days after and such, and especially the day following the night I go out. I mean,
Right.
I can't get much done. I'm not motivated, and kind of
Yeah.
puts a little hitch in my week.
Mhm. So you touched on a little bit what you've learned from your weekly goals. Is there anything that you've taken away as you've have you stride toward these 3 month goals? Anything in
Um,
specific related to those goals?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had put something in my last week's goals about the going out because I went out like 3 nights last week, just a lot of people in town, and
Mhm.
I think that it really affected part of my goals last week, and so I think I just need to keep striving for only drinking what one may consider heavily one night a week, and possibly on one more night just a glass of wine or something.
So it sounds like you're, that goal of only going out and having that heavily socialized night
Yeah.
once a week is something you still really value and want in your 3 month goals. How about your other 3 month goals? They still look like things that you
Yeah,
value
definitely.
and
I think one of them is to be doing workout, definitely working out every day with one day of reflection and rest and just stretching because
Mhm.
I feel like I'm missing sometimes the mental aspect of some of these goals, and I think that a day of reflection and a day of just kind of looking back on the week, looking back at how I feel is needed because sometimes I'm a little go with workouts and everything throughout the week, and I think sometimes you just need to be able to take it back, and I think me personally I need to work on that, on taking it off and not pushing it too hard.
That's great. Again, I think that you're really, finding that awareness and
Yeah.
being able to recognize, it's important for me to work out and do those things, but I still need a day of rest. And so that's great. I'm glad that those are still things that, those 3 month goals still look good for you. And again, at
Yeah.
any time, we can revise them or if
Mhm.
you feel differently about them.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Well, before we set next week's goals, we have a little bit of time to just talk about anything that's on your mind, on the forefront of your mind, or anything that you think would, you would benefit from just kind of talking about. Or is there anything in particular?
Just like maybe how much stuff is too much per week, and if I'm how to not overdo it with some workouts, with kind of just finding that life balance in between things. So just I don't know, not how to overexert myself, but also get the fuel I need because I'm not sure quite how much I should be fueling for the amount of workout I've been doing. So I don't know, just kind of touching on that a little bit, and
Hmm.
yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, if it's okay with you, we can go ahead and explore that topic a little further and kind of delve into it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit more about that, and specifically what overdoing it means to you, or why that's important for you.
I'm just not sure. I mean, I've been like pulling a few muscles
Hmm.
recently, and I don't know. I've been lifting four times a week, possibly five, and then doing like sprint workouts right after. So I'm not sure if that's too much or should back off. Um, yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. So tell me ideally, how this would look for you if your workouts and everything were balanced perfectly, or if everything was going perfectly, how would it look for you?
If everything was going perfectly, I would be lifting probably 3 times a week and running every day, but then also being able to fuel right because I don't feel like I have too much time for that. So I just want to be able to. I don't know how much is too much for the lifting aspect and running aspect, or kind of I talked about how I think I need to set a goal for journaling or something because sometimes I'm doing too much and I think I might be feeling fatigued from doing too much.
Okay. So I heard you say about fueling.
Mhm.
Now, so is it kind of the balancing with hard workouts as well as refueling and make sure you're getting that proper nutrition? Is that kind of what you're looking for? Am I hearing that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, when you have success fueling properly and getting those intense workouts,
Mhm.
what has helped make you successful? What have you done, or what has helped get you there?
Yeah, I think for these workouts and such, like the biggest thing would be like giving myself adequate time to warm up and cool down, and it's just hard on with my schedule to find that time in there to do that. So I think that's one of the problems as well with it. And then with the fueling, just trying to figure out how much like calorie intake is too much and stuff like that.
Okay. So I'm kind of hearing overall just balance.
Yeah.
Balancing your time
Mhm.
and your nutrition and your fitness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay. So on one hand, you find it really important to get those workouts in, but on the other hand, you're pressed for time and you have your school obligations and your work obligations and things like that.
Mhm. I just want to know, should I be taking a day off here and there, or should I be doing that sort of thing?
Okay. So I'm hearing a little bit that you're seeking knowledge or you're a little uncertain.
Mhm. Yeah, a little bit on some parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes what I do with my clients is we do a little brainstorming exercise.
Okay.
So if it's okay with you, we can go ahead and do that and try to just jot down some ideas on how to maybe get more knowledge on how to
Mhm.
balance, tough workout days with lighter
Yeah.
days. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay. So we can just go ahead and put together a list of 5 to 7 ideas, and we'll just kind of go back and forth. Do you want me to go first, or do you have an idea that you'd like to jot down first?
Maybe you go first just to get it.
Just kind of get the
get
ideas
it
flowing.
get it rolling a bit.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and say to plan your workouts at the beginning of the week and write them in on your calendar.
Mhm.
And make sure you're also writing in that day for rest. So
Yeah.
it's there.
I started to do that, and then I don't know, I feel like that does help me the days I have done it, because then it not only forces me to finish and do the workout, but I know what I'm doing and kind of more prepared for it. And a lot of times I think going off of that, like writing the times down, like I should be doing that, like what I should be writing down, how long to spend on each thing, just so I have enough time for other things like work and such afterwards.
Sure. Okay. Do you have another idea?
Yeah, I think maybe like writing out my grocery shopping list each week, just so that, again, time wise, prepared for the week in general, and that I think that if I know what I'm buying, I'm not going there wasting time buying it, or buying, I would say, like impulse foods that I see and then just buy just because I'm there and it's convenient. So I think that maybe a lot of these kind of organizational techniques of writing down my workouts might help, writing down grocery lists each week. I think that might really help.
I'm just going to go ahead and jot down maybe seeking out other people's experience, how they've managed to balance their, busy workouts lifestyles with nutrition as well.
Yeah. So with that, maybe I might talk to players who are already maybe overseas, contact them and see what they've been doing, or I think contacting them would be. I have a few of their contacts that I just got through this last week, so I think that talking to them might be very helpful.
Sure. Okay. What else?
I think that I should maybe back off on some days that I'm not feeling it. I mean, I know some days of the week you aren't just because you're fatigued or something, and I think I just haven't been giving myself that break. So I think really just allotting that one day for complete rest of my body, I think that would be a good recoup instead of having some days where I'm kind of going half at it, have every other day be going hard and full out, and then just one day just to kind of
Okay.
reevaluate the week.
So I'm gonna put plan out a rest day. Maybe?
Yeah, plan out one rest day per week, but make that day have some type of mental aspect to it as well.
So maybe, if you have activities planned, even though they're not strenuous exercise, there's still
Yes.
things that you have to do. And
Yeah, I think that if this one wasn't like a physical type of activity, it might be a good idea to just be thinking about it and thinking about my week in general, not just nutrition and workout wise, but also like on my life goals and such. So I think that might be a good idea.
Okay. I'm going to say maybe research new recipes that you can make because you expressed,
Yeah.
uncertainty maybe with nutrition or just wanting something different. So I'm going to put research new recipes.
And maybe with like kind of all this organization going along with it, just like keeping better track of them, like putting, I don't know, in a binder or, and I've heard of a lot of people talking about files on their phone where they've been keeping new recipes and such. So it sounds like just more organization, I guess. I don't know. What are you kind of seeing as overriding with these?
I mean, we have about 5 strategies here. So do you have any more you'd like to add, or you think we're good with this list?
I think we're good for now with the list.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and let you take a look, and you can pick 1 or 2 or however many you think that you would work best for you.
Okay.
Whichever ones you want.
I think the first 2 would be my top goals or things that I should work on. So
Okay.
maybe the writing in workouts and
Write out grocery shopping.
Yeah, just having them written out, I think might make me, I don't know, persevere more towards that.
Now, I think that these are some great strategies or some great things to get you moving forward, and you're definitely well equipped and have been making great strides with your, hydration and all that kinds of stuff. So I'm confident that you can definitely do this.
Okay, great.
Now, do you think that you want to set goals for this week's around these topics?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah?
Around them, yeah.
Or if you have other things, that's fine too. But these just...
I think just kind of going off of one of them with I think planning meals is one of my biggest flaws right now. Struggling finding time to plan them, but I think planning them would save me time in advance. So even though it might take a few hours out of one day, but really kind of going along with that grocery list thing, planning out what I'm going to buy and then what I'm going to make for the week. And then I need to learn how to make things kind of in bulk so that they can be easy access for me during the week.
Okay, so kind of planning out all of your meals ahead of time and using this grocery list as one of your means to do so?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Plan out. So are you wanting to plan out your dinners, your lunches, or all of your meals, or how's that gonna work
I'm
for
pretty
you?
good with time-wise for breakfast. That's one of the meals that I can pretty much do every morning. But lunch-wise, I need to pack one every day, and sometimes it's just a frantic scurry in the morning to try to just whip together whatever. And then dinner, I'm usually trying to do pretty quick as well to go do work afterwards. So I think lunch and dinner would be the 2 that
So
meals that I
plan
really
out
try to.
lunches and dinners.
Mhm.
And when do you think you'd be able to do this?
Like day during the week or like time or
Just whenever you think it'll work for you. If you think that, I think I can get all my planning done over the weekend, or I'm just going to do it the night before, whatever you think is going to work
yeah.
for your
I
schedule.
think I would shoot for like a Sunday afternoon
So,
to do that for the week since
okay.
I've been teaching and we go Monday through Friday, no work on the weekend. I
Mhm.
think that would be the most logical time to kind of prep for the week.
So, make all your lunches and dinners on Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think that? So, what do you need to do before you can make all these meals?
I need to be able to go grocery shopping, and so I
Okay.
don't know. Do we think like I should be doing that the same day, or would you recommend like Saturday doing that?
It's whatever you think is going to work best for you and your schedule.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would rather just do it all at once then. So I think Sunday morning grocery shop and then just kind of go into all the planning for the week.
Okay. So, do you think you're going to plan those meals on Sunday and then shop and then make the meals, or do you think you'll plan before that, or?
Yeah, I didn't think about that actually, the planning. Yeah, I think I would have to kind of look through some stuff Sunday and then look through recipes and meals, go grocery shopping, and then prepare them on Sunday. And I
Okay.
think hopefully as I get better at this, I'll be able to search through recipes and just know more about food in general so that the prep time will get quicker
Sure.
as I move through these next few months.
Okay. So you are going to research and plan on Saturday and then shop and cook on Sunday. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I want to make sure I have it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm super confident, I've got this in the bag, I'm doing this, and 0 being, I'm not sure I can do this at all, where do you think you fall on that scale for your ability to accomplish this goal?
I mean, I think it depends on the extent to which I accomplish it well, how good the meals will be. But I would give myself probably a 7 out of 10.
Great.
I mean, I think I can follow and
Mhm.
go through with it, but just not sure about my abilities of how well they're going to turn out and how much I'm going to enjoy them yet. But as I said, I think as I keep moving through the weeks and the months, I think it'll improve. It's not going to be great, probably not the first few weeks. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you have quite a few resources in the looking up recipes and going
Mhm.
online. Are there any other things you feel you could take advantage of, like as far as people you can access or any other resources you feel could help you?
Yeah, definitely. I know our team talked to a nutritionist that came in, and so she's available at any time over at our rec center. So I could stop in there, and they're always willing to help out anyone. I know they helped a few other girls on other sports,
Mhm.
kind of plan nutrition wise and what they need for the day for the workout. So I think, yeah, I think that would be helpful for me to go on over there.
Okay, great. Sounds great. Okay, so if you could just go ahead and restate this goal for me in your own words.
About the nutrition goal.
Yeah, just in your own words, being as specific as you can, just to kind of get it in your own mind and make sure I understand
Yeah.
correctly.
So my goal with the nutrition is to be able to kind of be able to prepare my meals, lunch and dinner throughout the week, and Saturday and Sunday are going to be kind of my prep days for preparing these for the week.
Okay.
And I think that'll help me both save time and just eat, have a more healthy lifestyle eating wise. And so I hope I'm able to execute this goal properly, or at least start to get into it this next week.
Great.
And learn the ropes of it and see what's working, see what's not working, and such.
Great. Well, it sounds like you have a lot of resources and you know where you're headed with this and you know where you want to go. So I'm very confident that you're going to be able to get this done.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to set one more goal for next week?
Yeah, we could set one more goal.
Okay.
I think that one of my goals would be to walk to work. I live pretty close to the school which I work at, and I think walking to work. I would like to walk to work 3 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so walk from your house to work,
Mhm.
walk there and back?
Yeah, there and back. Usually it's about a 20-minute walk, and I think it's just a good time to get me both energized for work from being outside now that the weather's nice, and just I think it's just a good habit to have with hearing about just even pollution and such lately, and just a good healthy lifestyle.
Great. Okay, so again, on that 0 to 10 confidence ruler, where do you think you lie?
I think for this one I could be 10 out of 10 on this.
10. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think, I mean, have you walked to school before in the past?
I have twice
Twice?
in a semester, so really not, no. And I think just being ready to do it each morning, it shouldn't be too much extra effort for me to be able to do it. So
Okay.
this is why I feel kind of confident in it.
Sure. So, not necessarily needing to seek out accountability or any other resources,
No,
but
I
just kind of preparing ahead of time to have that 20 minutes to walk?
Yeah, I think I should be good on this one on my own. So I don't think any resources will be needed for this one
Okay.
as much as the others.
Do you think that you need to plan ahead to make sure you don't, to make sure you have that 20 minutes in the morning, or is it just a matter of setting your alarm earlier?
Yeah, I think that one's just a matter of getting myself mentally prepared to wake up at a different time.
Okay, fair enough. Sounds great. Okay, so if you could just restate the goal for me in your own words.
I would like to walk to school there and back 3 days a week. Can be any 3 days. So
Great.
yeah.
Well, it sounds like, something you want and you're pretty confident in your ability.
Yeah.
And I'm very confident in your ability to do so. It sounds like a nice goal for you.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you coming in to talk with me today, and you're very dedicated to your goals, and it's great to watch you progress and see where you're headed. Um, is there anything that you're taking away from this session that you hadn't really thought about before, or anything new that you kind of?
I think just talking through it just helps a lot, and just more brainstorming, like with the grocery list idea and kind of planning the week, and really it helps to be able to pick out a day with someone because it makes me feel more accountable if someone else knows my goal and it's not just me working on it. So I think that's what I'll take away from this, definitely.
Sure. So just the idea of having accountability or someone to discuss those things with and kind of make them more concrete.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Is there anything else that I can do for you? Anything that I can do as a coach to help you move along or help you accomplish those goals or anything?
Maybe like follow up or like email or just to check in.
Yeah, I will jot that
a few
down.
times.
So
maybe like twice a week, maybe just
Okay.
check in, see how things are going.
I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, does this time work for you next week, or do you want to schedule another time?
No, this is a good time just to work for next week.
Okay, great. Well, then I will see you next week. Thank you, Alex.
All right, thank you.